In news that we are getting just now, it is believed now that all the 6 terrorists have now been killed at that Pathankot air base. Remember, security forces were engaged in a very, very long operation that actually began over 60 hours ago to eliminate the remaining terrorists. Five had already been eliminated. Now we are told the 6th has also been killed, though mopping up operations, we believe, are still on. For the very latest on this, let's now go across to my colleague Barkha Dutt, who joins us on the phone line. Barkha, what more can you tell us?
Well, the details are sketchy at the moment, Neha, but we can tell you from people who are closely monitoring this operation that the 6th terrorist, who earlier we were told was holed up inside, in fact, the living quarters of the Air Force personnel, even though all families were declared to be safe, has also been shot dead. According to official sources, this should mean that the operation is coming to a close. However, as you know, they are being extra careful. They do not want to create the same sort of inadvertent confusion that was created on day one when the Home Minister said that the operation had been successful, but the next day there was fresh firing and it was discovered that there were still more terrorists. So till the bodies are actually sort of spotted, identified and verified, they will not officially declare the operation to be closed. But we can tell you that the 6th terrorist, there were 2, remember, today whom the encounter was targeted at. That 6th terrorist has been neutralized and eliminated.
Barkha, one important question that I will ask you at this stage, though I do understand that these are ongoing operations and there is really no official confirmation from either the security agencies or the government yet, but would it be safe to conclude that all the terrorists who were holed up inside that airbase are now dead? Because for the last couple of days, there has been a lot of confusion and a lot of speculation about just how many men were actually involved in this entire operation.
Well, Neha, that's the million-dollar question, and in fact, nobody will declare this operation to be closed till it's actually officially announced, and even the military is being extremely cautious. The mopping up is still happened, although the offensive part of the operation is over. But we can tell you that in this phase of the operation, the 6th terrorist has been eliminated. That is something we can confirm to you. This is, as you mentioned, an encounter that has now entered its 3rd day virtually, and it's taken that long. But till the mopping up is done, this will not officially be declared over. We can tell you that it is not believed, at least based on available intelligence, that there are any more terrorists. They believe that they have got the last of the terrorists. However, they are being extra careful. They will verify this, especially after it seems their investigators are also looking at whether the terrorists entered separate groups, or whether they entered in one group and then separated into 2 different groups. They want to be extra sure that there are no terrorists maybe outside of the base, because remember, these infiltrations were fairly recent. So that is what is being verified at this moment. We also know that some areas outside of the base were also searched. There were certain cordon parties that went into villages near the Pathankot air base just to verify that there are no other terrorists who may have escaped or who may never have entered the base at all, but who would have infiltrated. But at the moment, based on available information, what we do know is that there are not believed to be any more terrorists inside the base. So to that extent, the offensive part of the operation, chasing these terrorists down, seems to be over, but we are awaiting official word.
Right, Barkha, of course, we saw what happened on Saturday on day 1 of these operations when Home Minister Rajnath Singh had actually taken to Twitter to consider to declare the operation successful. Many actually raised questions about the communication of the government on day 1. As you mentioned, now it seems the government is treading very cautiously and will perhaps not rush to make any announcements. But we'll also have to bear in mind, Barkha, that while, as you mentioned, the offensive part of the operation may be over with the 6 terrorists now dead, there is also another very important aspect, the mopping up operations, which perhaps will carry on, because let's not forget that there is always a fear that there may be still explosives lying around, there may still be booby traps, because yesterday Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan lost his life while defusing explosives.
Yes, and so that's why I'm saying that they are being extremely, extremely careful, and I don't believe that the operation will be officially declared closed till the mopping up operation complete and there's been a scouting of the entire base, and which is a vast area to cover. So I do believe that while we know that the 6th terrorist has been killed, we will not see the announcement necessarily of the operation as closed till, in a sense, they have scarred the whole area and the mopping up and the combing operations are complete.
All right, Barkha, thanks very much for joining us with all those details.